Hey, welcome back to this episode of Mug Life. I think that title is growing on me, so it'll probably stick. You'll remember it, that's for sure. And isn't that what a good title does? I think so. But like I say, it's never really about the mug, but more about what's in the mug. And today I am drinking Black Rifle coffee. I don't know if you've tried Black Rifle yet, but you should. It is so good. I like a dark roast, so Beyond Black is my absolute favorite, but I think they're probably all good. And it's not just good coffee, but it's coffee with a good cause. A percentage of their proceeds go to veterans, and so it's pretty amazing. But anyway, you should try it. I have my Green Bay Packer cup that you see back there. I got that for Christmas this year, and it keeps my coffee hot for me when I'm traveling. So make sure you check them out if you are a coffee drinker. I am the only one in my house who drinks coffee, so I get it all to myself. So, hey, you snooze, you lose. Not everybody has great taste, right? I'm just teasing. But anyway, this episode is brought to you by PA. What is PA? Well, I'm so glad you asked. It's Perfectionist Anonymous, of which I am the president and CEO. I've been thinking about this a lot this year, about insecurities and how they're able to really stop us from A, really moving forward in life in general, but B, really accomplishing what has been placed in our hearts to do. Whatever God has put there, He's given you the everything that you need, the tools that you need to accomplish it. And for some reason, we allow our insecurities to kind of step in and take control and kind of steer us in a direction instead of, trusting and relying that we were created exactly the way we were supposed to be with what we need. So we just need to have faith and trust and step out in it. What I realized about myself this year is that I am a perfectionist. I really never considered myself that. I think because my insecurity was so deep, it kind of presented itself as the opposite of that. I would think very lowly of myself. And what I thought was just major self-consciousness was me, if I'm not able to present a perfect product, then I'm just not going to do anything at all. And it became a paralytic to me in my life. And it's been eye-opening for me, to say the least, this year, to kind of be able to put a name on what I've been feeling and why I've been just frozen in some areas of my life over the years. And it's actually been a good thing for me. Not that I've overcome perfectionism at all, but moving forward with insecurities instead of letting them drag me down or ignoring them altogether has proven to be more beneficial to me and healing to me. And I think that it would be the same for you, no matter what your insecurity is. Maybe it's not perfectionism like mine is. But along with perfectionism comes sort of an addiction to approval and needing people in my life, especially those closest to me, to always approve of me and affirm me. And so if I couldn't get their approval on something, or if I thought that, oh no, they won't like that, then I would just not pursue it at all. And that's not at all the life that God had set out for me. He created each and every one of us with the tools that we need. He created us to be, I think, fearless in our faith in Him, and fearless in our trust that what He's called us to, He's going to see us through. And, we are the ones who put our insecurities above what God says that we are. We take our human nature and we put it on a higher platform, if you will, than what and who God says that we are and how he created us to be. And we question the creator when we do that. And you don't see that in anybody other, or in any species or anything other than humanity. You know, we always think that we know better, or we always think that, you know, if we just try harder, or if we just, you know, get so-and-so to notice or so-and-so to notice. And that's really not what life is about. And that's not how we're supposed to be living. So as we look at 2021 and going into, you know, the new year, are we hope-filled? Are we optimistic? Or are we still kind of dragging around these insecurities and self-conscious behaviors that really sabotage the plan for our lives? You know, we all went into 2020 with high hopes and dreams and our resolutions in place, and, you know, March hit and everything went out the window. And for a lot of us, you know, it wasn't our doing, it wasn't our fault. You know, you make plans financially and you lose your job. You make plans spiritually and your church closes down, you know? And so we kind of put a pause on everything this past year. We took all of our goals that we set and we put them in a drawer somewhere because we couldn't see how they were going to come to pass now, how they were going to be accomplished. For me, it was, I can't see how I can put forth a perfect product now because, you know, the circumstances changed, or, you know, the audience may be changed, or whatever it is. And I realized that perfection is not the goal. Perfection is not the success story. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about being perfect. It's about being real, and it's about being authentic, and it's about saying, hey, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm still moving forward anyway. And let me tell you something. I am not victorious over, you know, wanting to have it all together all the time and wanting to always put out, you know, the perfect thing. But I've learned how to move with it and move forward, you know, kind of in spite of it, and let whatever happens be God's job and not mine. You know, I'm a planner by nature as well. And especially since I became a mom, I never was before I was a mom, but since I became a mom, I like to plan. I like to know not just step 1 or 2, but step 5 and 6 and 7. I need to see what's going to happen before I'll even take that first step. And that is not faith at all. That is not a faith walk. That is not a trust walk. That is a you know, control, perfectionist walk. And, you know, as tightly as I hold on to my plans, you know, I'm starting to loosen up my grip. And I think maybe that's what some of you need to do as we step into 2021. No matter what it is that's holding you back, you need to loosen your grip on the control that not only it has over you, but that you have over everything else. You know, we are human beings. We were made in the likeness of God. We were made in his image. We were created because he thought we were a good idea. So if we can have faith in that, that's the starting point. That's step 1. Believing that, you know, God created you because he thought you were a good idea. And hopefully that frees you up in your mind a little bit to, you know, step into what it is you've been called to do, or what's in your heart to do, what dreams and what goals you've set for yourself, especially for 2021. There are no guarantees. That's one thing we've learned from 2020. Life can change on a dime. The end of 2020 was an interesting time, I know, for us here in the community we live in. There were 2 suicides of young people, teenagers, a 13-year-old and I think a 17-year-old, within 2 weeks of each other. And that rocks a community of our size. We're not a huge community. We're not super tiny, but we're not a real huge community either. And but we're very close knit. We're very family oriented. And when things like that happen, it really rocks you. There have been, there were deaths at the end of this year. Some of them, we kind of saw coming because maybe they were elderly or not well. Some of them we didn't. And it just, it shakes you up, and it makes you really remember that life is short, it's fleeting, and it can change on a dime. And it's too fragile to let your insecurities and your lack of faith and lack of trust hold you back from stepping into what you're supposed to be doing. So let me encourage you as we start 2021. Set your goals, set your plans. I don't call them resolutions because I feel like, whenever we say New Year's resolutions, we are just already setting ourselves up to fail almost, just from the title. I don't know why. It's just, maybe that's a brain block for me. But as you're setting your goals and your dreams and your plans for 2021, let me encourage you to just step out in faith a little more. Trust a little more, believe that you are exactly who you are supposed to be. Maybe you want to change some things health-wise, physically, or health-wise, mentally or spiritually. That's great. Make those changes. But who God created you to be, that's who he has a plan for. And that's what you need to have faith in. And that's what you need to, take your first step. And who cares about step 5 and step 6? That's not for you to worry about. It's not for you to know the end from the beginning. And when I say this to you, I have one finger pointing at you and all the rest of them are pointing at myself. And I know that this is something that I will continue to work on and deal with. And I'm okay with that. And that you're not alone in this journey. Okay? So as we start 2021, know that God is for you. I am for you. We are cheering you on, and we've got this. I'm excited going into 2021. I'm an optimist by nature. So, bring it on, right? Right? So I love you guys. I'll see you next time.